If you're job hunting in Boston, you've come to the right place. We've got tips for employers seeking to hire and retain young talent, and tips for you, the job hunter, to take your resume and networking skills to the next level. What are our current college graduates facing when they start looking for jobs in the city?
Getting a job in the sense of getting interviews even. Getting interviews.
Jane Matson is a career counselor who loves working with recent grads to zhuzh up their resumes and land those interviews.
I think also moving forward, they need to get some experience. And so if they don't have that, that becomes even more of a challenge. But it also is setting realistic expectations. That's what I have discovered. So I think that sometimes the expectations are not aligned. And they don't have an understanding, Leanna, about how it works. How do you get a job? And how technology, applicant tracking systems, really prevent a lot of their resume getting to the right people. And that's why I promote, I talk, you've got to develop your network. Companies saying we need you to have better skills than you do, and that's social and how to talk to people.
Do you think that challenge with the interpersonal skills is partly to blame on COVID, partly to blame on maybe the isolationism that technology sometimes provides?
Oh yeah, absolutely. When I thought of one particular client, and I said, okay, what I'd like you to do, I want you to go to the local library. I want you to go into the library and sit down and read a book, because he was so in the house. I want you to read the book. Then I want you to go to the librarian and ask a question. So I believe in little steps, because I wouldn't say to this person, I want you to go to this networking meeting, there's not 200 people. Of course not. But by giving people, breaking it down, and I'm a practical kind of a career coach. I like to give practical tips that people can use to show them that take baby steps.
Tell us a little bit about your book and what people can find inside of it.
Yes. You, me, you. I came to realize that I was really talking about the wrong thing. I was talking about how do you network. But in reality, I needed to be talking about how to build a relationship. You're interviewing me today, right? But if I just met you for the first time, I would be asking you questions. And I'd be asking you more questions. And then I might come to me, but then I'm going to end with you. And so you walk away thinking, oh, she was so nice. Well, because I was interested in you and not interested in me.
This might also be applicable to somebody's dating life.
Leanna, I have something in the book on that.
Is there something that workplaces should do to really embrace this generation for everything that they come with?
When they get in there, you get them in, but how are you treating them when they're in there? They absolutely want a mentor in their boss. They absolutely want someone who cares about their career.
That was a message we heard from several of our experts, including Katya Sylvester, a young Bostonian working in talent acquisition. We met her at the Boston Chamber of Commerce's Fierce Urgency of Now Festival, a networking event focused on supporting Boston's young professionals.
I think when it comes to the job search, Gen Zs are really prioritizing that mentorship and development piece. That's something that they are constantly mentioning during their search, and as well as that career development. They are really big on real-time feedback, so they want an organization that's going to help them grow and that's going to show them what the next step is. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is a big area of focus, as well as overall community engagement and outreach. So thinking about sustainability efforts and just the overall impacts that organizations have within the overall Commonwealth. I think that's something that they're looking into as well.
For individuals, it's really important where you live.
Sandy Lish, leader at the Castle Group, couldn't agree more. She spoke at the Fierce Urgency of Now Festival on the importance of workplace allies. Lish says employers need to understand today's job seekers aren't just looking for a 9-to-5.
It's really important what the values are of that state, of that city, and what that means for you as an individual and how you can live your life, not just be an employee. But it's really important to build a culture that is a community within our own organization. And because we're in a hybrid world now, we don't have as much time to be together. So we're also very intentional in finding spaces to build that community. The most important thing that I can sort of tell every young person is no one's thinking about you as much as you are. So really put yourself out there, advocate for yourself, remind people that you're there, follow up, build relationships with people, and don't approach it as a transaction.
It costs more to not invest in your employees and have constant turnover than it is to invest in your young professionals or employee at any stage and have them stay with your company.
Amber Haskell at Boston's Chamber of Commerce Foundation spends a lot of time thinking about this, and she's got lots of ideas to help employees and employers feel seen.
So it's really important that we are looking at work-life balance and making sure that people feel like they have the space they need to work. But on the flip side, making sure we're still giving opportunities for people to connect face-to-face and be together to build those relationships. Boston is more diverse than ever, and I think part of that is also that more and more young residents are identifying as diverse. So with more and more residents identifying as diverse, it's even more important for us now to listen to their needs and make sure that we're creating the best possible programming to address those.
So if you're currently on the hunt, use these tips to help guide you on your journey. In the meantime, we wish you the best of luck as you search for the perfect job.